go with your ass. What you talking about?
Alright, what the dog got to do with it?
Fuck you mean? Fuck you and that dog, bitch. He gotta go with your ass. What you talking about?
Hi guys, yesterday I was listening to a Pookiesphere channel, and I won't call out the content creator name, but he's a very popular Pookie in the manosphere. And he has been railing against Obsidian and Kevin Samuels, basically calling them educated lames, and the fact that the Pookies should be, the Pookies are the real ones. One of the things, and as you saw in the video before, a lot of Pookies get put out by their women because they don't provide anything. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of times these women are living in Section 8 based on the fact that they probably have a child and they're vulnerable, and these Pookies are there, and normally these women enjoy the fun with them for a while, and then they throw them out. And normally they throw them out because this Pookie is actually an adult teenager in her house. It doesn't matter how old he is, because he doesn't contribute. And one of the disturbing things I heard on that Pookie channel was that they were saying that a black man with a Harvard degree could not attract a black woman, could not attract a woman from the hood, because he didn't have game, he didn't have swag. And I thought to myself for a while, they're speaking for women. I've been listening to the women, and a lot of them I disagree with, but what they've been saying is that they want men to build, provide, protect. But what I'm hearing from this man is that women want them to have swag and game. They want them to give them a thrill. Isn't this what got us into this problem? And this is what I think is the irresponsible part of these men. These men, a lot of them who get up on these channels, they are failures in their lives. Absolute failures. And what they want to attract is other failures to tell them you are doing well. And what they're saying to their listeners is, listen, I know you're broke. I know that you don't have much, but you still are doing better with the women than the educated lame. Because that educated lame, he does nothing. I mean, he's an incel. Women don't want a man who earns over $80,000. They don't. They don't want a man who can provide and protect. No, they don't want that. What they want is a man with swag, a man with game. And you know what? I hope that these guys really listen to some of these women, because I've never heard any of these women, as much as I disagree with them, I've never heard any of them talk about the lack of game in the black community or the lack of swag. These women are crying out for men who are not three trash carrying bandits. Now look at this guy. This guy has two. Well, at least she put them into a bit of a clothes hamper, but he could have filled two trash bags. So this guy, and a dog, the poor dog being thrown out with this Pookie. Now, this is the issue that we don't want to face. We don't want to face that the true men of the community are the men with options. Not just options to date a Becky or a Snow Bunny or that. That's besides the point. The options are created by having a career, by having a trade, by having a designation. That means that you have an option where you want to live. That's the most important thing, where you can live. You have options what you want to buy to eat. These are the options that are created by having a career. These are the options that are created by being someone who is upstanding in society. Now, these Pookies are trying to minimize that, but they're only hurting themselves, because the fact of the matter is that they can live in a fantasy that serves themselves. But I want them to step out of their house and look in the neighborhood that you're living in. Because if you're living in a neighborhood that is run by Pookies, you know it's unsafe. You know that it doesn't have the amenities that normal neighborhoods have. And also, step outside, and if you're in a Section 8 house that your girlfriend has, step outside and understand that the people around you they're mainly educated people who have designations, who worked hard. You are just in this woman's house because you are there to serve her. Because the thing that the black women empowerment space has been trying to tell these men is that you are not really a man, because you don't provide, protect, and problem solve. You're not a man. All you are is someone to provide her with some comfort. And guess what? One day she'll throw you out. Because these women, there will come a time when the novelty of romance is gone and they need a real man. And a real man is not a Pookie who can lay pipe. A real man is a man who can pay bills. A man who can, figure out how to get the children into schools, the schools that they need to get into, how to, fix the car or get it fixed. That's what real men do. So when these manosphere Pookies get out there, they can continue to provide their Pookie listeners with the nonsense that has helped to keep this black community as an underclass. Thank you.